Hi everyone, my name is Nina Perdomo and today I'm gonna to show you the second task called Select Skills Speaking and Grammar. Speaking and grammar for this activity, the select skills is speaking together with grammar as I consider these two essential skills for real communication. In my opinion, learning a languages isn't only about understanding rules, but also about being able to use them in every situation. Speaking allows students to interact and express themselves, while grammar provides structures and clarify to their ideas. When both are integrated, students develop a more complete and meaningful command of the languages. The other overview of the skills, and it's important in language learning. So, speaking is one of the most visible and practical skills in language learning, as it allows the students to communicate directly with others. These skills is key to be developing communicative communicative competence, which is the main goal of language learning. The report is by Richard and Roger, 2001. At the same time, grammar supports speaking by providing the necessary structure to produce clear and a current message. Without grammar, without grammar, communication can become confusing, and without the speaking practice, grammar remains at the theoretical level. Therefore, the combination of both skills allows students to use the language effectively. In contexts such as Colombia, strengthen these skills. These skills is also important for improving bilingual education and preparing students to interact in a global environment. Teaching approaches and techniques for these skills. There are different approaches that support the development of speaking and grammar. The communicative approach focus on use the languages in real situations, promoting interaction and meaningful communication. Another important approach is the acting oriented approach, which considers students as a social agents who use language to carry on specific tasks. This approach promotes more practical and contextualized learning. Principles of the skills and learning sequences. The teaching of speaking grammar should follow principles such as integrating for meaning and use, as well as promoting active student participation. Additionally, or in addition, learning should progress from simple to more complex structures. And effective learning sequences include two. First, presentation of language in context. Continued, controlled practice to ensure understanding, semi controlled practice to build confidence, and next free production where students use the language naturally. This sequence helps students move from understanding to independent use of the languages. Example of the classroom activities. There are various activities that effectively develop speaking and grammar skills. For example, role plays. Students simulate real life situations. Next, group discussions, which encourage the expression of opinions. Next, information gap. Information gap activities, where a student must communicate to complete a task. And finally, short presentations or storytelling, which help organize ideas in your mind and improve fluency. These activities allow students to work on both accuracy and fluency in meaningful ways. Challenges and common solutions. Teaching speaking and grammar can present several challenge. One of the most common is that students feel nervous or insecure when speaking due to fear of making mistakes, which limits their participation. Another challenge is focusing too much on grammar rules, reading reducing opportunities of communication. To address this challenge, it's important to create a safe and positive learning environment where mistakes are seen as a part of the process. Pair and group work can also help reduce anxiety. In addition, or additionality, it's essential to balance fluency and accuracy, allow students express express themselves freely while improving their use of grammar. Proficiency levels according to the CEFR, the Common European Framework of Reference for Language. CEFR provides the guide of measures language proficiency. It includes levels for A1 to C2. First, at A1, Students use basic expression and simple sentences. Next, second, at A2, they can communicate in simple everyday situations. Third, at B1, they can handle daily situation and express opinion in a basic way. Fourth, at B2, they communicate more fluently and use more complex student structures. Next, at C1, they express ideas clearly and effectively in most context. And finally, at Z2, they reach a level close to that of a native speaker. This level have teaching identity students progress and design appropriate activities for each stage. Finally, we have the conclusion. In conclusion, speaking and grammar are essential and complementary skills in language learning. Teaching them in an integrated way through communicate and student-centered approach allows for the development of both fluency and accuracy with appropriate strategies and methodologies. Teachers can help them become confident and effective yourself of the language.